Hello, YouTube or Rumble, wherever we are on X. How are you doing today? I'm doing a rant today about this woman who thinks she's a bishop, who can talk to Trump and his administration, and to really us, everybody as in America, to speak to us about mercy. And what that means, and well, you're a Christian, so therefore. And I feel like, or I should say, I think, especially secular, atheistic, or pagan people project that upon Christians to be like, well, you're supposed to be kind. So, ante up. And it's like, that's not what it is. It's not being a welcome mat to be trudged over 1,000 times. That is not. It's funny when you have non-Christians trying to school Christians. I mean, everyone's entitled to their opinion, right? Mercy. Mercy is a fine line. Mercy is also in line with justice. It's not, oh, just, they can keep sinning, just leave them be. No, 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 no. This is about harmony. An illegal immigrant human being. When you start on the wrong foot, like stealing in this way, and then you expect Americans to bow or something, I don't understand where you're coming from. Like, should we consider these countries you're coming from as null and void countries? Because that's what you're saying by coming here, right? Because those countries are so badly run or something? Is that what you're saying when you're coming here? Should we take that seriously as an American and be like, maybe these countries should kind of be stripped of trade rights? As Trump did threaten, right, with tariffs? I mean, maybe it's something as the world we should consider. And I know we're not the world, but as one country, one major influencer in the country, in the world, as the USA, maybe we should start considering these people that are supposedly fleeing, right? These are refugee asylum seeking. See, and how sad is that I have to do that? Because we know deep down it's a fraction that actually are. But let's take you at your word and confront the leaders of these countries and be like, why are they leaving your country in droves? Is there crimes against humanity going on in this country? What is going on in your country? Like, get it together. Why do we, as one country, have to take on every country in order to be like a good country? Maybe those who they're coming from should be reprimanded and punished. I don't know really by who, because I'm totally against a world government. I really don't like the United Nations. I think their purpose has been served and taken advantage of, and now used to undermine America and any Western country that has any kind of Western values. It's been turned in on itself. Like, it was supposed to be a helpful tool. It is not any longer. So I think it's time to go. We're not in World War II anymore, boomers. It's over. Like, I'm sorry if that's hard to hear as a boomer, but please let it go. It's done. I don't like women being bishops. That's a personal thing. It's also from the church. From the church. The only one that Jesus started. I don't say that with pride. I say that as de facto. Like, it's just true. All the other ones, it's a man who started it. And there's some different branches that are still Catholic in the Eastern and the Western that are different interpretations of Mass and are just as valid and beautiful. But when you completely start branching off, it's by a man. Whether his intentions were good or not, it doesn't matter. And I encourage you, as any other kind of Christian that you consider yourself, to start to dig deeper. Because the deeper you get, the closer to home you'll be. A female bishop is not possible. So therefore she's a mimicker. She's a mimicker of a male bishop and thinks it's in her authority to explain what mercy means on behalf of Christ. Or I don't know, she didn't even say Jesus, did she? She just said, in the name of our Lord. Or she didn't even say that. She said, in the name of our God. That's very vague for a bishop. It's very vague. You know, and you can tell by looking at Trump and his family and JD Vance, you can tell people who have been worked over by narcissists, these Machiavellian, psychopathic sadists, you can tell that they have the look that, yeah, I've been hurt by this too much and I'm not falling for this anymore. Because they have a look of, you're not coming close to this again. You will be gray rocked. See, because people who have been through the abuse of a narcissist know exactly that no response to that, you just don't feed into it. And that really pisses them off. This false sense of mercy, mercy does not mean what I think people think it means. Is it not merciful to remove people who do not belong here? Right? And I don't know how bureaucrats are okay with it. Right? They want tons of paperwork on everything else we do. Why would all of a sudden it's a free space? No. Someone's getting paid a lot. That's what that is. These people are here legal. They've been coaxed here. And unfortunately, they were like, yeah, we can just go take it. I don't know who's telling them to come and take it. I don't know, or I know who the people are who are telling them. I don't understand why you would believe it as a human. Like, hey, yeah, you can go get to America and they just give you stuff. And you don't even have to be an immigrant. You're going to be an illegal person, but, you can just take their stuff. Like, as a human, wouldn't you be like, the road there is pretty dangerous. And I've heard that there's like servitude due, like you can only afford so much, and then the other half is paid through servitude to these coyotes that run the system. So that also not a good thing. They also traffic children for sex. So again, another thing. So why am I gonna go? I don't understand why all these people are coming. In what world do you think it's okay to go to another country, not speak their language? Right? Now I'm going to give them the respect of that. And also demand endowments that are funded by taxpayers that work their ass off to fill those funds, and demand it, and be offended that when we put you back in your country where you belong, you don't belong here. And it is merciful to send you back because I think you were confused when you came here. I don't know why you thought you could just come and take things that didn't belong to you. As an individual person myself, I would never just go to another country and demand all the rights, demand all the goodies that come with their taxpayer-funded programs. Why would you think you could just do that? What kind of person thinks this way? And why would you just send your children? I don't understand. As a parent, I don't understand the thought process. I don't understand any of it, frankly. And like I said, if this is because, well, these countries are that bad, then I think as long as the UN's going to survive, I think the eyes need to start looking at these countries and what's going on in these countries that they're fleeing from. Because maybe this should be taken more seriously. As in, why are they coming here? Are they really asylum seekers? Because they're coming in such droves that it should start costing these countries something. They should have to make up the deficit and what it is to cost for these people. But they won't, and nothing will ever happen. However, now there's the cartel and military headbutt. Now the rubber is hitting the road, and now it's going to get bad. Like, it's been bad already because it's been a secret undermined infestation, like under the skin of America, right? We all feel it. We know there's the human trafficking, all the prostitution that's been going on. All these human trafficking rings that are everywhere, they've just been underneath the skin of the surface of our country, where we're like, oh, don't bump into it. Oh, we don't want to hear it. I don't want to. La 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 la. These people need homes, right? So either it's ignorance or it's on purpose. And so, I'm sorry. So back to this military thing. I do think it's a little scary, but it's got to happen because we've been invaded by people that may not have had those intentions to be an invader as an illegal immigrant, but that's what's happened. Right? That's what's happened by you coming here. I don't know why you would be like, oh, Americans will accept me. They'll be okay with me just taking rights that I didn't have to fight for. What are you doing? What do you think you're doing? You steal from our home and now you demand rights, and then you're like discrimination, racism. You're stealing from us. So get out. We don't want you here because you're stealing from us. Can I not say that? Is that a bad thing to say now? You're stealing, so get out. When someone's getting robbed, they're like, take whatever, but get out. Just get out, right? So should we start condemning those people? Mercy is getting these people out before it gets worse. And then some people take it upon themselves and start killing these people. Because there's only so much that people are going to take. So I think it's merciful that they are deported, and they're being deported safely. Right? We don't even want their money. We just want them to get out. That's what we want. Get out. And, I sincerely hope that they really think about their choices. And like, why did I think I could do that? Why did I think I could just go to another country and make demands? Like, is there no self-reflection in these people? And like I said, if there's a real issue with the countries that they're coming from, then maybe these countries should be like tariffed big time. But also, like, if you're gonna they should be under investigation for crimes against humanity. Why are people leaving your countries in droves? And is it America's job to take care of everybody? And they get access to all these opportunities and my children don't. And I've been a taxpayer since I was working, since I was 15, 16 years old. And I don't get half the benefits that everybody else gets just simply for being here illegally. I don't understand. Do you? I wish I could be like, etch a sketch. It's all done. It doesn't matter. It's done. Everyone said they're sorry. Everyone understands. Everyone's like, I love you. But I think especially the group of Christians who don't know any better are being taken advantage of because they're like, well, you're supposed to be kind. You're supposed to be nice. So I'm supposed to smile while you're robbing from me? I could do that. But how many times? How many times do I let you rob from me? Until it's just condoning theft. Now I'm part of the sin. There's an in between. There's forgiveness, right? Forgiveness can come, but that doesn't mean we let you back in our lives, right? There's a difference. You have to draw the line. Otherwise, you're complicit and you're enabling whatever the sin is. So you have to make boundaries. And you offer it up and you pray for them. You pray for their healing and their conversion. But this whole sanctimonious, have mercy, President, they're scared and terrified. Shame on your ignorance, lady. Who do you think you are? Are you that out of touch? You must be. You must be. It is frankly a ridiculous statement, out of touch, completely insane, and to act like you have any skin in the game with this is utterly insane. We should not be held hostage by people who have these ideas. They should not be platformed. And of course, she was being platformed by the usual suspects, right? And being claimed as a heroine, and how fantastic. Yeah, if you have no standards, yeah. And I felt exactly as they did. They just, okay, here we go. We got to put up with this crap. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, you're out of touch, lady. You're not going across the country. You don't understand what's going on. And for you to say that, but what was it, like May 29th or something, when the church was being attacked by BLM rioters, and how much that was projected onto Trump. Anyway, that goes without saying. I just really hope that the whole like mercy conversation, yeah, that's not mercy. And that's not what it means to have Christian mercy either. They wouldn't know what mercy was if it hit them in the front of the face. They wouldn't know. They can't touch it. These are just words to use to continue the revolution. It doesn't matter. There's no point. It's always chaos. Like James Lindsay says, it's always about the revolution. And they can use trigger points to melt your heart and make you feel bad and be like, oh, see, the gay children are sad and they're scared. Wow. Extreme manipulation. How dare you lie to us, bishopess? How dare you mimic a bishop? Shame. The road to hell is paved with the skulls of bishops, by the way. Ones who did not mind their duty, ones who were not faithful to our Lord. So I'd really have a self-evaluation and reconsider one's path, because it's pretty exact in what happens. Okay, the ranting is ranting on and on. And I don't know if anybody else was just so like, why do we have to listen to this crap? Like, yeah, go ahead and say it, but that doesn't mean we have to hear it. Who even scheduled that? Why was that even allowed? But you know what? Even if it was done at a Catholic church, I'm sure the same bullshit would have been spoken, because so many of them are so captured by this ideology, and it's really a shame. These people need prayers to wake up. Can they wake up? I have no idea. But maybe when it's their judgment, there will be more mercy shown for their stupidity. Okay, well, I'm gonna end this. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and share the video. I also have another channel at Pray With Us on YouTube where I do a daily rosary. It's to keep my feet to the fire, to make sure that I'm saying a daily rosary besides the one I say with my family, just to up my ante, just to. And then if anybody else wants to join, I have several others on there. And like this channel, I'm still building content. I hope to get to the point of doing reaction videos and moving on to even interviews one day. I think that'd be fantastic. I love talking to people and I love learning about their perspectives, and people really are very interesting. Doesn't matter who it is. Their stories are full of suspense and terror and trauma and overcoming or being subdued. So, okay, well, I hope, I don't know what I hope. This video was just a rant. And I really hope that this conflict with the cartel ends soon. I think it's going to be a mess. And I think it's going to take more than we want to resolve this conflict. And being here in Texas, we're a border state. So we'll be affected, probably, us, Arizona, etc. will be more affected than North Dakota will, right? So let's pray that we can come up with a more peaceful thing, but I kind of doubt it's going to happen that way. Human trafficking is $1 billion business, and they're not going to go quietly or suddenly or kindly. They got children to sell, right? They got children to trick out, and women and men. Like, they got human trafficking to do. This is their business. Let's go. So if you're ever like saying a rosary, or you're in church, or just at home and are in a prayerful state, and sometimes your mind goes blank on what to pray about or who for, you can pray for the end of human trafficking. There's never been so much slavery in this Earth's history than now. It's mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling that that's even true. Where we thought we were in an age of that we were past slavery, not just here, but across the globe. And no, we're not. People want cheap labor. People don't want to pay American wages to Americans, right? So let's get all these other illegal immigrants, and we can use their immigration status against them and force them to be paid cheaper. which is kind of like racist, right? That's kind of racist. When we stop demoralizing the American and what they're worth, Americans will rise up and be the best and the greatest workers. But if you disincentivize them by being like, well, we're just going to ship in Mexicans and pay them a quarter of what we would pay you, you're kind of taking the air out of the tires and you're cheating. Oh, that's for another time. All right, well, I hope you have a good day. And, keep in touch. Like and subscribe. Take care.